Namaste. Welcome to our series, Transformation and Consciousness, live here on YouTube. We're so happy you're able to join us today. So today's topic is very special. Today's topic is oneness and seva. And we're going to share the secret on how to grow spiritually very, very rapidly. So stay tuned for that. Before we begin, let's take a moment, and I'd like to introduce you to the great compassionate light, which is this bright light on the left side. So as you look into this great compassionate light is the divine. The divine can manifest both formlessly or in a form. We're going to take energy, or what we call diksha, from this great compassionate light. And in order to do so, it's very, very simple. You simply look into the great compassionate light and simply take 7 breaths and breathe in this divine light. As you breathe in the GCL, the great compassionate light, visualize the light spreading into every cell of your body, filling your body fully and completely. And ask the divine to come and awaken in your heart. So go ahead now and look into the light. Visualize that golden light filling your heart and spreading throughout your entire body. Now visualize all of your family members and ask the great compassionate light, the divine, to come and awaken in their hearts, to come and fill their hearts with the presence of the divine. Ask the great compassionate light to guide them and protect them and to help them in everything in their life. Now place your right hand on your heart and ask the divine to come and heal your heart. ask the great compassionate light to come and completely quiet your mind and to move you into a very deep state of awareness. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. So today we're going to do a meditation called Prana Kriya. Many of you have done this meditation with me before. We're going to inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 10 counts. So your exhalation is twice as long as your inhalation. The hand postures for this meditation, or what they call mudras, are the following. There are 3 hand positions. Prana Kriya 1, where the index finger touches the tip of your thumb. Prana Kriya 2, where the index finger touches the middle of your thumb. And Prana Kriya 3, where the index finger touches the base of your thumb. This meditation was taught to us by the monks of the Golden Age movement many, many years ago. I've been teaching this work for about 20 years now, and it's completely changed my life. And so my hope is that it changes your life too. So let's begin. Find a nice quiet place where you can sit. Sit with your back straight in a comfortable position. And you can place your hands in your first mudra on your knees. And then gently close your eyes. And I will guide you through this meditation. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Prana Kriya 2, your index finger touches the middle of your thumb. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Prana Kriya 3, your index finger touches the base of your thumb. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can relax your hands and move your awareness to your breath. We call this breath awareness. Simply observing your breath is a very powerful tool in meditation. Your breath is a reflection of your inner state. It tells you how you're feeling inside. If you're anxious or angry or frustrated, your breath will be short and fast. If you're calm, peaceful, balanced, your breath will be slow and deep. Just pay attention to your breath. Just look at it. So today's topic is a very special topic. Today's topic is oneness. So as our awareness begins to increase, we experience tremendous energy. As we move into altered states of consciousness, such as states of oneness, we will start to experience that we are not separate from the other. We are not separate from anyone in this universe. You see, in our state of consciousness, we have this illusion of an identity that is separate from everyone else. It is this great illusion that causes us great suffering in our life. See, once we truly experience and realize that we are not separate from the other, so much suffering comes to an end. How can you blame someone else for something if you feel that you are not separate from them? So all blaming comes to an end very naturally. Forgiveness comes naturally. Because you suddenly realize that there is actually no one to forgive. When you're coming from a place of higher consciousness, experiencing oneness, you realize and you see at a very deep level that your entire life is a manifestation or a reflection of your internal world. If there is peace inside, happiness inside, you will attract that. Where there is fear, anxiety, anger, frustration, jealousy, you will attract negative experiences in your life. But once your awareness increases, when you practice the meditations that come to the workshops, and your state of consciousness begins to shift, you will suddenly realize that you are not separate from anyone or anything in this world. See, we have this illusion that if someone is experiencing hurt or pain or fear or anger or danger on another side of the world, that it doesn't affect us, but that's not true. See, we truly do not understand what we are, not who, what we are. When you experience that you are human consciousness, that you are simply consciousness, that there is just this body and consciousness is flowing through this body, you realize that human consciousness, that one human consciousness, is flowing through each and every individual in this world. Everything that happens to human consciousness is happening to you because you are human consciousness. That's all you are. You are just consciousness. You are nothing else. This identity, this false identity that we have, is an illusion. An illusion coming from a low state of consciousness, an unevolved state. That is where this sense of identity comes from, this sense of separateness. As you start to experience that you are simply consciousness, you are simply experiences in the consciousness, you will suddenly realize that everything that happens to anyone all over the world is happening to you. When there is war in one part of the world and people are being hurt emotionally and physically, that is happening to you. When people are homeless and starving all over the world and impoverished, that is happening to you. It's just that you don't realize it. We think that it doesn't affect us. But if you look at your life and you'll see, throughout your entire life, you've known so many people and you ask yourself, why do certain things happen to these people? Kind, nice, happy people, loving people. Yet some people will experience lots of pain in their life, sickness in their life, obstacles in their life. Some people call this karma. They refer to it as karma. But even the idea of karma is rooted in the idea that you are an individual. In order for you, an individual, to have karma, you must have an identity. Somebody has to have that karma. When you move into a state of oneness and you're experiencing oneness, you suddenly realize that there is no individual suffering. There is only human suffering. There's only human consciousness. That means where one person is committing a crime in Japan or Africa or India or China or Australia, where one person is suffering anywhere in the world, that karma is not just going to that specific individual which is inflicting pain. That is the karma of human consciousness. You are not separate from that. You are not unaffected by the events that are taking place all over the world. You are the events that are taking place all over the world. Every time you do something good and positive, every time you send out a loving thought, a thought of love, happiness, joy, divine thoughts into the universe, you are affecting human consciousness. Every time you or someone else causes pain to a person, an animal, a plant, the earth, nature, that is also going into the consciousness. What you think you are and what feels real in your reality is because of your consciousness. As your consciousness shifts and you move into a higher state of consciousness, when you start to experience that you are one with the other, you cannot cause pain to another human being. I'll give you an example. Last week, my husband did something and I felt hurt. And as I looked at that hurt, I saw that this is simply his experience. So I asked myself, how can I help this person understand that when they create hurt in the consciousness, that everyone is affected by this? So I came up with a punishment. I said, now you have to go and do this because you did this and it created hurt. So with a very sad face, feeling guilty, feeling sad and downtrodden, he went to go take his punishment. As I closed my eyes and I went to sleep, I suddenly woke up with a deep pain in my chest, a deep hurt. What was it? As he was experiencing his punishment, he felt so hurt inside, his heart was pain. I couldn't bear it. Not more than 2 minutes could go by because I experienced the pain as though it were my own. When your heart is awakened, you cannot cause pain to another human being. It's not possible. It's just not possible because you will experience that pain immediately because you are not separate from the other. So the moment he felt hurt, I also felt hurt. So in order to end my own pain, I had to end his pain. So I had to end the punishment immediately. Because to punish him was to punish myself. To hurt another human being is to only hurt yourself. It's only that you don't realize it. Anytime you think or do anything that causes pain to another human being, that pain will come back to you. Either immediately, if you are awakened, or your heart is awakened, or it will come back to you through another source, another person, another place, another time. You'll go to work or you'll have a friend and you'll say, why is it this person is hurting me where I'm always kind to this person or I'm always good to this person? Or you go to work and you say, all I do is I work hard and do my work and yet this person's always abusing me emotionally and what have you. Maybe even physically. And you think to yourself, oh, but I'm such a good person. You know, the lies we tell ourselves. But I'm so perfect. I'm such a good person. Every time we say or do something to cause pain to another human being, you have to experience it. That is the law of the universe. Now imagine that's only at the individual level. Imagine at the level of collective consciousness. If the consciousness is experiencing hurt and anger and disconnection from the divine, then everyone will experience this. But as the consciousness shifts, people experience what it is to start to become awakened, as their heart becomes awakened, as they're able to see and have a deep awareness of the truth, you will affect everyone. As this happens to you, you will affect the collective consciousness, and that collective consciousness will begin to shift, and everyone on this entire plane of earth, their consciousness will shift. That is why seva and service is so important. With the wealth that exists in this world today, there should be no hungry and cold and homeless people. It just shouldn't happen. As I woke up in my bed on a Tuesday morning this week, I looked outside and it was so cold, and I was so grateful to be indoors and warm in my home. And I thought to myself, how many people are out there in the cold? How many people out there don't have a warm bed or a roof over their head? These simple things. How many people are cold outside and sleeping on the streets? All over the world. Now you might say to yourself, well, I can't change the world, but that's not true. Collectively, we can shift consciousness. Collectively, we can change the world. Seva means service, service to the community. Take time out of your life and do service for your community. Help people. Help feed the poor or donate to the poor. I donate to Food for the Poor every month. North Shore Animal League to help the animals. You can donate to Bees, Trees, and Water. BeesTreesWater.org. If you go there, I know the owner personally. In fact, I volunteer for them sometimes. They bring clean water and trees and teach people how to make honey in the rural parts of the world, India and Africa. And many other parts of the world. For all that we throw away, for all of our abundance, share your abundance with the world. And help those who are less fortunate. See, the secret to spiritual growth that I have discovered over all of these years of being in the Golden Age movement is that there is no meditation. We call it sadhana. There is no sadhana. There is no practice. There is no teaching that could ever equate to you helping someone else grow spiritually. Nothing. You will grow at such a rapid rate. Your consciousness will shift in such a rapid rate. I know this through experience. As I've done this work over the years, the more I help others, pray for others, hold classes and workshops, invite others to classes and workshops. Every time I take a single action to share this work with others, I've experienced a deep shift in consciousness, immense energy, and peace and happiness in my life. This has completely changed my life. It has brought joy and happiness and peace and wealth and abundance into my life in every way possible. Love and friendship and divinity and grace. So much grace. So I ask you today, share this grace with the world. I challenge each and every one of you to share Golden Age with a minimum of 100 people just this week. The more you share and help others grow spiritually, the more you will grow at an exponential rate. You can share this link for people to tune in live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time so that they can meditate with us and pray with us and connect to the divine. You can invite them to our one-day retreats that are all over the world. Our 3-day retreats. You can share this YouTube channel with them, youtube.com/goldenageny, so that they can watch any one of our free workshops. Help people to heal. Teach people meditation. You can take them to Agam. Agam is a place that was built through the vision of our teachers, Aman Bhagwan, where they hold retreats for higher consciousness, and where our teacher is giving enlightenment, mukti, freedom from suffering, a lifetime of peace and happiness. So I ask you today to understand the power of seva and helping others in your community. Teach them breathing meditations, or bring them to our weekly free community classes on Saturdays and Sundays, where we have sacred chambers, where people can connect directly to the divine. So many people have had miracles. If you have a problem in your life, a specific problem, pray for others with that same problem, and you will experience transformation in your life. If you need wealth, pray for others to have wealth. If you want to grow spiritually, pray for others to experience a deep connection with the divine, deep awareness, for healing of their heart. If you ask the divine to heal your heart, you will experience this much healing. If you ask the divine to heal the hearts of others, you will experience this much healing. So before you ask for yourself, ask for others. Thank you for joining us today for oneness and seva. I hope that you will do seva as well. Thank you so much for joining us for Transformation and Consciousness. See you next week.